Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of T-shirt design, and this is going to be an interesting one. So in this one we are going to learn how to create this kind of designs. This is summer time and this is high time to sell this kind of designs, and this was one of my client work, so I thought to make a tutorial and show you how to make this kind of designs. So we are going to make these two kind of design because this one and this one is the same style. Basically they all of them are in the same style, but you can just make it in a two different ways. So I will show you both ways. So first step is I am going to make this one. So as you can see, that is not a perfect circle. This design here, that is more of an rounded rectangle. So if I draw a rectangle around it and then make the corners rounded, it will be that shape. So you can see this is the shape they are using. So you can use a circle or you can use a rectangle, rounded rectangle like this, it doesn't matter. So I need a font which will look like this. So this is called the Hippie Font or Groovy Font. You can search like Hippie Fonts, you will find different fonts in this style, and this one I'm going to use this one. This is called the Bobby the Hippie Font, and for this tutorial I will use that same text, summer feeling. So this is the text I will be using. Now that's fine. Now here I am going to show you the process. So first step is, if you see here, they are using, so let me show you, they are using some shapes. So this is a shape they are drawing, this is another shape they are drawing, and this is the overall rounded rectangle shape. But if you look closely, you will see that there are some gaps between two lines. So this gap, this gap, so that is really important for making a design like this. So for that, first step is we need to draw some random shapes. I am going to just use my pen tool here, just draw it like this, a random shape. Then I am going to change the stroke color to something different so that we can see. So you can see that is the one shape, and then here is the main trick. I'm going to keep the corners less sharp. If I place it like this, and then another one, if I place it like this, the corners will be too sharp here, you can see. But what I will do here is I will place it in the position like that one, and then this one maybe, and then another one. So you can see this corner is being too sharp, but this corner is not. So for fixing that, I will need to change the shape from here. So maybe not in that one, I will need to change the position of it, so it is not that much sharp in the end. So you can see that is how we can neutralize the, or you can make that less sharp of a corner. That is fine. And you can see still there is some problem, which is, in my opinion, so if you see here, this corner is being the, okay, so let me just place it something like that. So I don't have any sharp looking corners except this corner and this corner, so it can make some trouble for me. So I'm going to show you both way. Let's keep it here, and for now I am going to select these three stroke, and then I'm going to make it a little bigger. So this size of the stroke is the gap between the two lines, so it needs to be a little bigger. And once you have it like this, just expand everything. I'm using shortcut, but go to object, expand. This is the option, this is the thing you need. So here I'm going to select this one, and then once you have selected these shapes and the strokes, you have to click on this divide. So make sure they are not a stroke, you have expanded it, they are now fill. So select all of it and then click on this divide. This is how it is going to look. Don't worry, just use your magic wand to select this red and delete. So you have now these shapes, this is now grouped. Let's ungroup it. So I have now this shape and this shape, and this is going to be easier for me. Okay, so sorry, before making it, before removing them, you can just use this. So this is the shapes, you can just use that same shape for this one also. just to show you. So now select everything, make it divide, select everything, make it divide. Now use your magic wand to select it with the magic wand and delete. It is going to delete them all together. So this is the text I will be using. First step is I need to make them all capital so it will fit more in the shapes. Then break them, that is fine. Now here is the first rule, right click, arrange and send to back. Text should be in the back and shape should be in the front. So just ungroup it, then just ungroup it. I'm just going to place it here. For this one I'm going to select this shape and this one, go to object, envelope, distort and then make with top object. So you can see this is how it is fitting in the shape. Select this one and this one, go to object, envelope, distort, make with top object. So you can see this is how it is looking, and the reason I wanted to show you this was, you can see the G is not fitting perfectly, like it is not completely clearly readable. So if you can see here, the F is not clearly readable. It is looking like an F, but it is not clear as the other text here, other letters here. So there is a fix for that. And for showing you that, I'm going to keep a copy here, then another copy here. So this one I'm going to Alt C. I'm using shortcut. The shortcut of envelope distort is make with top object is Alt Control C. So that will be easier. So you can see this is how it is looking, but we can fix that and we can simply select this one with direct selection tool, and then we can simply remove these anchor points to make some changes in the design, but that is going to take a lot of time for this one, so we will not do that for that shape there. So for fixing that, all I need to do is I need to make this corner less sharp. So for doing that, I am going to just draw a random shape here. I am using my pen tool here just to, all you need to be careful here is the size of the shape you are making. This size should be similar to this gap. And now I am going to select this two. I am going to erase it just like this. So you can see I have that corner, but it is now a different shape for this one. So if I select this two, I Alt Control C, with that shape being made, it is going to look like that. Okay, so maybe this is not looking very much, this is not being very best result for now, but we can also fix that by increasing the space between this one and making some space here. So that is fine. So let's select this two, Alt Control C for making it look like this, and you can see this is how it is looking. And for this one, we can now adjust it and it is going to look more like an G. We can use our add anchor point tool to add some anchor points here, which we can simply modify like this. I am using that add anchor point tool and I am using my direct selection tool to make it look like this. So you can see this is how it is looking now. It is now making it a little weird in this area. So this is just the way you can use this way to make this design, or you can use this one any way you like. So this is the okay, so make sure that you have this section grouped together. So this is the way you can make a design like this. Now I will complete this design, but first of all let's just show you how to create a design like this one. So this is a little bit easier one. The shapes are solid here. So for this one here, this is just the same thing. All you have to do is just select the shape and use shortcuts. So you can see this is looking better, and this font is looking better than this font. So that is why you need to be a designer. So this is the way. Now you can draw a part like this here, and this is, I didn't make it with the bottom shape because that is going to make it look like this kind of weird. So I wanted to make it look like this. Now here I can simply draw some web lines to make it okay, so not like that. That one is fine. So here I can draw some shapes like this, which will make it look like this is the wave kind of thing. So sorry, this is not the part of the design. That is not what I wanted to show in this one. So that is just the way. Now making a design like this one is going to be a little tricky. So you can see here, this is not just placing the text, they are matching the curve of the design. So there is two way we can do that. I'm going to show you both ways. So first step is I'm going to place a ellipse on top of this one just to extract the shapes of it, just to see the shape they are using. So that is good. Now from here I'm going to use my pen tool just to make it, just to make that shape there. That is good. Now here, that is also fine. So this is the shapes, this is the overall shapes of it. So I'm going to just bring it here, and if there is anything I need to fix here, I can simply select it. I can select this shape. I can use my smooth tool to smooth this part of it. That is also a way. If you can simply use your direct selection tool to make adjustment to the shapes you are working, just like this. So once you have a shape like this, all you need to do is just, okay, so let me just fix it a little bit. So that is going to work. This is good. Now this one I am going to make it a little bigger because this is going to be the gaps between my shapes here. So this is okay. So my shapes are looking a little weird, so let's try to make it on our own without following that. Okay, so the benefit of using curvature tool is you can simply modify these anchor points, as you can see here, and that is kind of cool. So everything is happening here is this side being smaller and this side being bigger. So this is the basic shape for now. Let's use it. I'm going to use this one. Then okay, so let me show the first way. The first option is this option. This is the text. I'm going to, okay, let's use, they're using good vibes high tides. That is longer text. So good vibes high tides. So let's use the same text just to show you. Now break the text. Now first option is you can simply make a brush with your text, and for doing that select the shape, click on new, click art brush. Okay, you will get a custom brush. Select this one, art brush, just click OK. You have these two brush right now. And for this one I'm going to first of all select this brush, and then with my brush tool I am going to draw it like this. So you can see this is how it is looking. Don't worry. So I am going to use my curvature tool with curvature. Okay, so let me show you. This is a stroke. If I select pen tool, it is going to show me the anchor points like that. If I select this one and use curvature tool, it is going to show me the anchor points like this. This is way better than pen tool. So in this case, so I can simply modify this anchor point or delete one of it if I don't want it. So this is how it is looking for now. I am going to select this shape, press shift W, that is the white tool, you will find it here, and with white tool I am going to make one side of it, I am going to make it smaller like this, and then the other side I am going to make it a little bigger. So you can see this is how it is going to look right now. I can simply make it inside the circle, or I can simply erase some part of it. This is how it is going to be. You can adjust it. Okay, so let's say I don't need these shapes right now. Let's keep it here. So this is the overall shape here. I'm going to select this one, then I'm going to draw my own lines here. So this is how it is looking. Select it, use your curvature tool, sorry, white tool, to make it look like that. You can make this side look like that. That is good. and then take your brush tool again, select the other text. You can draw another line like this. You can also modify it with the white tool here. So sorry, not like that, this side here, this should be the smallest and that should be the biggest. So this is a way, like you can see, you can do this with this kind of brush, but this is not the perfect way. So let's do it, let's try to do it as perfectly as we can. So I'm going to select these shapes again. I'm going to work with this only. So now I'm going to select these three, make it bigger. Now I'm going to select this one and make it fill. So select these three, make them expand so that they are shapes. So I am going to change the color for now, and here I am going to select all of it, then divide. So this is how it is looking. Let's use our magic wand tool to select the blue, then delete. So this is how our shapes is looking right now. Right click and ungroup. So you can see we have these small shapes which we can use for our envelope distort. So this is the text we are going to use, just to make sure they are in the back. That is good. Now select this shape and this one, go to object, envelope distort, make with top object. So you can see this is how it is fitting perfectly in the design area, and then select this one, do the same thing. So it is going to look kind of similar to that one, but there is a little problem in this good part here. If we can fix that, and for fixing that, like working with envelope distort, with always make some traveling area. So you have to fix that, and for fixing that all you need to do is just use your direct selection tool. So in this area I am going to keep it here so that I can bring this part in this position. Maybe I can modify the anchor points here. So even I can add anchor points here on here one, so that I can modify these small anchor points. So that is good in my opinion. I need two anchor points here so that I can bring the GL a little bit to the foreground, and this is how it is looking. So that is good. Now I have to do it a little bit, I have to take it to the more advanced level. So I am going to expand it here. Everything is now expanded, that is good. Now here I am going to select each and everything individually. So that means I can select all of it one by one, just like this. Just to make it look like a okay. So as you can see, this is looking better than the previous one. So it depends on the font. They are using a different font, I am using another different font, so that is why it is looking a bit different. But this is the process, this is the way of making it. You can use this brush, but this is not the perfect way, and you can use this envelope distort. With a little bit of adjusting, you can make your design look cool. So you can see this part, the G of this one is looking a little weird, so we can take care of that too, but you need to be a little precise here. I am using lasso tool to make this selection here, and with my lasso tool I can simply move that part only. So you can see this is how you can finally achieve a look like that one. So this is good. And for this one here I am going to move it a little bit close to that one, close to the tight text, just like this. So that is the way it should be. Now for this one here I am going to just make it look like this. Now I am going to finalize this design like how it should be as a final design. So this is just some random shapes. I need to make sure that they are all 20 pixel wide. That is good. Let's unite them and then select this shape. Press Alt to use minus front. Okay, sorry, this one is on top, so place them on top and then select this one, use minus front. It is going to look like this. Go to object and expand appearance, that is fine. For this sun part I am going to just, okay, so there is a way of make it perfectly. I am going to take a ellipse here, then I am going to take a line here. This one I will make it same 20 point bigger, and then I am going to use R. R is for rotation, and you will see a red target sign here, and once you have that, you have to press Alt and click on anywhere. It is going to start from that area. It is going to give you this option here. Turn the preview one and then make sure it is 10, 20 degree or 5 degree, anything you want. For now I am going to make it 10 and then press copy. So it is going to make a copy, and then press Ctrl D. Ctrl D will make it look like this. So you can see now I have a shape like this. So this is good. I am going to select all of it. I am going to expand it so that it becomes shapes. That is good. And then for this one I am going to create an offset path for it, but this offset path is going to be a little bit bigger, maybe just like that. That is fine. Cut it. Now I need to select all of it except this ellipse here, and then press Ctrl G to group it. Now press Ctrl F. It is going to place that shape on top of it. Then select this one. So okay, let me just change the color here so that you can see it completely. So sun is pink right now, this shape is kind of red. So all I need to select is this red shape and this pink shape, you can see here. And now press Alt and click on this minus front. It is going to give me this effect. And now go to object and expand. So you can see this is the sun I am going to use here. I am going to just make it a group. So I'm going to make it smaller here for now, and for that area to fit inside this area I'm going to make it look like this. So this is good. I just need to make sure that it is going beyond that area. Okay, so this is how my design is looking right now, and make sure that you have everything which is going like this. That means everything is going outside of that area. So this is how it is looking. Now I am going to unite them, this sun and this shapes, whatever it is. Now I am going to select this shape, I mean this shape. I am going to select this one, you can see here, and then this one, and then I am going to press this Alt and minus front. This is going to give me this look. Just make it. Okay, so before doing that I need to, okay, so I made a mistake there, that is this gap. Okay, so that gap is not a problem, so don't worry, just make a copy of this one. Ctrl C to copy. Now I am going to select this one, and before doing that let's press Ctrl F just to make sure that I have this shape. And once I have this shape I have to select this one too, and by pressing Shift M I am going to erase this part. So you can see this is a extra shape I have right now. I don't know if it is confusing or not, so I will keep this shape here. Now select this one and this two. Now press Alt and minus front. So this is how it is going to look. Expand it. So you can see this is how it is giving me that effect. So I'm going to change the color of it. Now maybe this one here. So that is fine. Now for this one I am going to use that shape exactly, cut it. Now selecting this one, press Ctrl F, again select it, make it with minus front. So this is how it is going to look. This is the shape here. And for this one I am going to select this color, which is good. And for this two I am going to select that same color, but I will use a dark version of it, just like this. So that is good. Like this is going to be the, so this one and this one I am going to make it in this. Okay, so they are now acting as a compound path, so I can simply change it. So you can see this is how you can perfectly make a design like that. So I hope this was helpful for you to learn this, how to make this kind of designs. Now these lines are not looking very good. I made them in rush, so you can take your time to make it as better as possible. Or for this one here, as you can see, there is something you can fix like this. I'm going to use my lasso tool again to make a selection of this area so that I can move that just like this. And then maybe you can use your pen tool to add some areas like this, just to give it the perfect circle shape. So you can see this is the perfect way of making a design like this. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it was helpful. If you have any question or if you didn't understand any part of it, let me know in the comment section. I will try to help. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video, guys. Have a great time.